It's an interesting experience feeling in your hands the engineering and intentionality that the designers and Josh put into this physical product, the Avair. EDC Design sat down and drew on paper or screen exactly what they wanted, and apparently didn't settle for over 2 years before releasing it. And it shows. The Avair is immaculately crafted, and I think they had 3 things in mind when designing it: minimal, lightweight, and accessible. I think they absolutely nailed all the above. So far, I own now 3 blades, with a few more on the way. But when compared to Big Idea's TI Pocket Knife 2, you can immediately feel the difference in the philosophy on what the pocket knife should be, which I'll dive into on my impressions. But first, I'll share some specs on the screen and I'll list them out here. The Avair is your Ford Ranger, not your F-150. But it's not trying to be one. It's light, nimble, but a powerhouse, weighing in only at 3 ounces or just about 86 grams. They went for the premium imported M390 blade, and while they could have fully assembled the knife in China or Taiwan, they assembled it in the US, which is a thoughtful touch. Aside from that point, EDC Designs took advantage of the titanium properties and gave the market a lightweight blade that looks like it belongs in Blade Runner 2049. And they delivered, with a noticeably thinner blade than the TI Pocket Knife 2, which is something I'm currently reviewing as well. They still managed to create a symmetrical and proportional experience, one that is synchronized with the lightweight scales that protect it. The opening mechanism is indeed snappy, but that word doesn't really capture the essence of it. It's more like it has the intention to snap into place, like an eagerness. It jumps out, which is a pleasant experience, and that's the kind of action that you want from a blade when you grab for it and take it out and don't want to think too hard about it. It just flips out. The closing mechanism is quite a unique experience in both a good and a bad way. The ceramic detent is quite prominent and it serves for 2 purposes. First is how it catches, which then prompts you to either snap shut fully and quickly, or secondly, which cues you then to push a bit more gently to slowly close the blade. It's an interesting experience because the quick close feels safe and risky at the same time. It's safe in that I know exactly the moment the knife will immediately close shut, but a bit risky in how fast it does it. I find it to be both a pro and a con because it opens and closes with immediacy. You'll have to push firmly with your index finger, which means intentionality, but a bit of uneasiness in how much pressure you're actually applying. With all that said, I've never felt unsafe using it or closing it, and overall finding the quick close feature satisfying. Additionally, I found this letter from Josh to be a nice touch. The micro-brand touch is unique, and that you know you're an email away from either designers or owners. Basically, he apologizes for any delays and talks about how it took over 2 years and over 10 prototypes to get the final product. He actually mentions the ceramic detent, which apparently after some use will start to smoothen over time. This knife is indeed a newer one, and I'll be interested to see how the feel changes over the months and years to come. Secondly is hiding the logo and text, which I appreciate deeply. The build number and logo are hidden, giving a more minimalistic flair. Actually, they even hide the EDC logo font on the inside of the scale, which is another small Easter egg, which is very difficult to show here. A quick pro. So each knife designer will take different approaches to the blade and closing mechanism. But one thing I want to quickly point out was how Josh decided to let the flipper tab act as a thumb guard, which adds a layer of security for those who are either getting into knives like myself, or for those who like to use their thumb for a safer closing experience. Second quick pro is how it passes the spine whack test. In conclusion, I'm finding it hard to make an objective list of pros and cons for pocket knives. They're extremely subjective. One may absolutely love the design, while another may find it too simple. The closing mechanism may bother many, while others may appreciate it. Others would love its lightweight, while another may find that it's too light and feels like a toy. The ethos of the Avair is clear, which is embodying minimalism. I mentioned in the beginning how it also nailed being accessible, and it is. For a titanium M390 blade to be under $200 is quite a feat, and also the design itself is more user-friendly for those who haven't played with knives for the last few years. As a result, I can highly recommend this pocket knife, and I'm excited to feel how it changes in the coming months and years. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.